What do you think? Do I look smart? Let's go. Kind of chilly today. California, here we come. Yeah, that's right. Pickup truck. Thank you. One of the things that I'm noticing, and it's becoming more and more palpable, is this shifting change within marketing and advertising between the directive to motivate people versus the directive or the intention to inspire them. And there's, within the difference of motivation and inspiration, there's a couple of key components that I'm witnessing really good brands taking notice of, and brands who are stuck, unable to cope with. Most of the time, marketing and advertising focuses on motivating people to take some kind of action, motivating them to make a purchase, create some behavior change, to share. And that motivation comes with a carrot, an offer. And that motivation is a really interesting place that brands have traditionally played in and are now losing. Whereas those brands that tend to fall into the intention of inspiration rather than the directive of motivation are seeming to be winning. To motivate as a brand or as a company, you're really trying to persuade. Think about it as an anthropomorphic way of saying it. If I were motivating someone to do something on my behalf, I'm usually giving them a pep talk. You know, I'm showing them the way forward as to how their life could be better, what unmet need they might have that I could salve, rub a little bit of lotion on them with a offer or a discount or a new and improved, and hope that that's the motivation enough to persuade someone to do something on my behalf. When you're trying to inspire someone, it's a completely different approach. Inspiration requires empathy, vulnerability, transparency, authenticity. To inspire someone, you need to allow your story or your reason of being to resonate beyond persuasion. It needs to resonate viscerally, deeply. There needs to be a connection about a higher value than just unmet need or persuasion. So as I'm sitting at this conference, at the summit, the Harvest Summit here, I'm noticing two currents of thought, and that is people are really interested in figuring out how to motivate others in order to take notice of their startups or their venture funds or their new brands. And there are some people here who are only here to inspire others. And you could just tell that nuance changes the conversation completely. When you're trying to motivate people, you're really asking them to create an action that has a return. When you're trying to inspire people, you're not asking for any action other than social impact for the greater good. And it's a mindset, a change in mindset from action to change. Now, I know it's kind of semantics, but really is the difference between, I think, past advertising and marketing that focus on persuasion and this emergent field of brand building and marketing and advertising that's built around inspiration and empathy, which leads to fundamental change. Not short-term ROI kind of change, but long-term cultural, systemic, social, and purposeful change. And I think that is really the germ of a quiet revolution in branding, quiet revolution in marketing, the shift from motivating to inspiring.